girl, Lady-TLIB. Definitely, I have one of the two leaders within the Liberian community here, and we're going to be discussing the DED program slash TPS. So, call all your friends that are curious of what is going on in the community, tag them and let them come in, or even share the video. I would really appreciate it. So enjoy this music by Dinch featuring Rough and Smooth while we get set up, and I'll get back to you guys. We're going to get straight to the point because we want to make sure you guys go home safely. It's very cold outside. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the hot seat. This is your girl, Lady-TLIB. In the studio, I'm so excited. I was supposed to interview this individual on the red carpet months back, but I didn't have the opportunity to. So I'm so excited to have him in the house. We have Mr. Abdullah Kiatamba, the African Immigrant Services Funder. Welcome to the studio, Mr. Kiatamba.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. I'm so excited to have you. Next in the other seat is the chairman. I've seen him on Facebook. I saw him on a couple of interviews as well. So it's also a pleasure to have him in the studio. We have the chairman of the OLM, the immigration sector or section of the OLM organization, Mr. Erasmus Williams. So thank you for coming in. How are you doing?
Thank you very much. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, I'm excited to have you guys here. Today I'm really honored to have you guys in here, and I've seen a lot of, especially last year we were doing the DED, and I saw the signatures on there. So I'm happy to have you guys on the show to actually talk about it. And it's just like an awareness for our community, because I haven't seen a lot of talks, maybe like in the Minnesota group here and there, but I haven't seen anybody talking about it. So you guys, welcome to the studio, and we're going to get to the question. The first thing is, let's get, for people that are not so into the whole, or sometimes they already got a paper, so they're not into it. What is DED?
Well, thank you very much.
I'll start with Mr. Kiatamba.
We appreciate your invitation, first of all, for inviting us, and for your role to give back to the community, to bring highlights and focus on this issue. You could have done something else. You could have been engaged with a lot of different things that are on your plate, but you choose to focus on this. I think that is important. It sends a message to all of those who engage in having their own shows, live video, or agencies, to realize that this issue is very important and affects real life in real ways.
Yes.
People, for less than 8 weeks, they could be deported. Kids could lose their families, they could be in school, and they don't have parents who will oversee their lives, who will manage their lives, who will guide them. People could be losing, there could be a separation of families. People who have medical coverage and have insurance because of their job could be losing that medical insurance. Some of these people have terminal illnesses and cancer.
Yes.
And on a private insurance, they may not afford it, and they may be out of status. There's a whole bunch of implications. People be losing their incomes. A lot of hospitals, a lot of orphanages like they depend on incomes that are coming from here.
Exactly.
And that will be cut off.
Oh, wow.
And the country itself is 80% unemployment, does not have the capacity to absorb the influx, a massive influx on those who live on DD. Okay. It's a whole new reality that will be created. It will be traumatic, it will be painful, it will be disruptive to the lives of so many people who are connected to this reality. So the question is very important. DD actually began a long time ago as TPS, temporary protection status, 1991, around the issue of Liberians that are here temporarily because of the war, and over time it will just be renewed after the elections, they realized that there's no longer a country of conflict within the forced departure. So there's a temporary legal status that is exercised by the President of the United States that extends every year once. At this point, we have 8 more weeks to the expiration of this status.
Oh, wow.
So 8 more weeks for everything to be right or everything to go wrong.
Oh, wow.
So this decision is ultimately left with Donald Trump. Last year, all of us collectively, different groups, different coalitions, came together and launched a massive campaign that across the United States that led to Congress writing about 45 signatures that went to the president. And also faith leaders coming together, organizations of different stripes, different origins, and different backgrounds. Even in Minnesota, we led a massive campaign of a rally that made our case to the media, and the media amplified that case not only in Minnesota but beyond and across the country. And we were proud that Minnesota led and no other community came as close as what Minnesota stepped up to do. Minnesota has been a leader in this, and we think the time is getting close. And just to answer the questions, I know we will get into the details, but just to give you a broader picture, and maybe Mr. Williams can add on to that, we are at a critical stage.
Yes.
Not only in the campaign, but in the life of the people that have been affected by this.
Yes.
This is going to affect so many different people. Those who are going to be affected, it's going to be a whole range of people. Every Liberian is connected to someone on DD.
Yes.
So if this 4,000 to 6,000 people on DD or 5,000 people is multiplying effects about 20,000
So
people.
you're saying in Minnesota, because Minnesota has one of the largest amount of Liberians, how many, can you estimate how many Liberians in Minnesota that are on DED?
So we usually approximate. It's an approximation. We estimate between 3 to about 5,000.
Wow.
And some of those numbers keep changing because people get regular status. Different, some people drop off. So there's no. So we look at a range rather than a number between this and this, because within that range we can be more accurate.
Yes.
And have to 1,000, 2,000, we'll say between 500 to this number, because only we can look at these issues that to a range, because it's not a formal registry to say here it is.
Yes.
And so that is the kind of, but Minnesota has one of the largest. It's got other states with huge numbers. Maybe Minnesota is one of the largest numbers of
Liberians. And okay. So, Mr. Williams, what are some of, because, if hopefully we're going to pray that it actually goes through, but if it doesn't go through, what are some of the negative effects that are going to happen to our families?
Well, thank you very much. First of all, we are extremely positive that it is going to go through.
I'm hoping.
But at the same time, like you talked about the negative effect, we're looking at all of us becoming a payload for the rest of the people that will be sent back home. When you look at the economic constraint our country is currently going through, the hardship, and then you're talking about a group of people. Some of the people that we're talking about are people who were doing the war. So when they just follow a group of people, and when articles got to a lot of people came here in America together, and they are not even related to those people. So they don't even have family back home. So when they came from way, look at to Maryland County, they don't have anybody in Monrovia. So even you send them back home, where are they going? They don't even know where. Now, we're also looking at these people have children. Their family, when you go to Brooklyn Park High School, go to Brooklyn Center, look at all of the schools. The Liberian kids are all there. So you sending people back home, you separated them from the family.
Yeah.
And we are saying our situation is a little bit different. All of these people came here legally. All of the people came here through the regular port of entry. All of the people came here with the knowledge and consent and agreement of the United States government. Okay, so let's just say you're looking for permanent immigration solutions. Give them a pathway to citizenship, and you will not have to deal with it.
So, do you guys have any? Because I know you guys have a proposal. Is that in there, and how are you guys going at it to get the permanent status for those families?
So we are, again, our message is very simple and clear. We are reaching to all of our congressional leaders here. We are also incorporating the local state government because we live in Brooklyn Park.
Yes.
We live in Brooklyn Federal. We live in Champlain. We live in Minnesota as a whole.
Yes.
So the local government here in the state of Minnesota also bears some level of responsibility because they know our contribution to the state.
Yes.
So we are reaching out to them to also write letter on our behalf, in addition to the Congress leaders that will be speaking on our behalf.
Yeah.
And then we're reaching out to also the churches. Okay, so there are a lot of outreach that we are doing.
Okay.
But it's also important that if you're a Liberian listening to us out there, you can play a role. You
And
can
how?
call
Okay.
your representative.
Oh, nice.
You can call your senator and tell him or her to support the Liberian DED and TPS currently. Okay.
So how many? I'm sorry. How many senators have agreed to support the DED program so far?
So right now we have Tina Smith
Okay.
that have agreed,
who is she?
Minnesota.
Okay.
We have Amy.
We have all the congressional folks in
from
Minnesota,
Minnesota.
with the exception of the new ones.
The new one.
Okay, but they have made a commitment during the campaign.
So now we just need to reach out to those
Right.
to make sure.
Right. So
Okay.
we also encouraging our people from different states to reach out to the senators because Minnesota got the largest commitment of any state.
Okay.
Senatorial congressional delegation. Minnesota has the largest congressional delegation commitment of any state.
So if they're in Philly, contact your congressmen,
Exactly.
senators, and
Right.
let them. Okay. So you're one pretty much statewide.
Statewide, not nationwide.
All right.
Nationwide. Every
Yeah.
state, you got to step up because if you step up and your senators are taking action and your senators are adding themselves their names to a letter, if your senators are saying any negotiation with President Trump, the Liberian DD or TPS should be included, then we move in the process.
Okay.
So we think that each community has to step up and step up in a very powerful way. One state alone cannot
do
take
it.
this cross.
Exactly.
We cannot take the cross for everybody. We have to see other states step in very effectively. At the national level, as co-chairman of at the national level, we are asking other communities to step up. There's nothing magical that is being done in Minnesota that cannot be replicated in other
Somewhere
states.
But do we have, I know Montana, we have the mayor, he's Liberian, but do we have any other Liberians in different states that is representing like as mayor or councilman? Do you guys know?
Well, this is a grassroots effort. Is that
Because I'm wondering how they can
all of them should join an effort to say,
yes,
call your congressman.
okay.
If you're councilman, you're mayor of Liberian mayor, call your congressional folks.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Call your congressional folks. Every person, we do not want for people to think that because you're not mayor, you can have an impact.
Okay.
That is why we're not calling mayor names, we're not calling council
But
person.
I'm thinking
Right.
to have a leader in the Liberian community, because you gotta have one person at least to motivate them.
Right.
Do you guys know or in contact with other community?
So you've got Liberian community in Philadelphia, for example, Pennsylvania, we've got Liberian community in Wisconsin. So the ULA, Union of Liberian Association of America, is engaging those communities to actually move the process of they can step up.
Okay.
Yeah, so there are a lot of different systems in place. Those community organizations that function in those spaces, in those community spaces, we are asking them to launch a campaign in 11 hours in a different way.
Okay.
Create momentum, call town hall meeting, have a strategy, a clear strategy.
Yes.
Engage your senators, have a talking points, focus on the Liberian issue. And I think visit some of them and actually secure a commitment around one, we're going to make sure we write a letter to the president to in the 3 years. We're going to make sure that any negotiation with the president, we will include not only Liberian DED, but we will also include TPS, Ebola TPS that expired.
Okay, because they're going to be
2017.
Okay, so the TPS that is expired is already expired, right?
Yeah.
So the Liberians that were on there, which means they're pretty much in the country illegally until he approves anything.
That's right.
Oh wow!
So
And how many Liberians you guys can estimate are on that?
So one of the things we want to be strategic about, because we don't have the facts about those Liberians that must be expired where they are. We want to not focus so much on it because we don't have some facts about that and some what we will say here. High school reference that and say the leaders are saying so. So I don't want to focus much on that until we get a lot more facts about their status. But what we want to know is that those people, wherever they are, they deserve a protection. They do not deserve to be in the shadow.
Exactly.
So we want an extension.
So if you guys get a DED extension, so everybody that are like not on TPS will be on there. Will be on the DED so if it's approved.
There's the two things. The goal is we have the DED and we have the TPS.
Yes.
And we are pushing them both together. We're trying not to separate them. Because the people who were on TPS before transitioned to DED. And then there was a new TPS that came about. So we are pushing them after the package. Hopefully they can be called.
All right. So I saw like a week or two ago that the president approved the 3 years extension. And I know I was arguing with somebody. I was like, oh, that's a really good thing. But then I came to find out that actually the Liberians were not covered in that package. Why was that?
Because the 3 years, there are 10 countries on the current TPS. Only 3 African countries on the current TPS: South Sudan, Sudan, and Somalia.
Oh, wow.
Liberia are not on the current TPS.
Yes, right.
So our expire May 21st, 2017. And that was TPS from November 20th, 2014 to May 21st, 2017. So we were never on that. So I think they expired.
Everything's coming to, so every country have their own year, their stuff. Okay, it's coming. Okay.
It's not like everybody on the same plan.
That's what I was thinking.
It's not your cell phone plan. I'm not on the plan. So if they tell me the bill, I'm not going to send you just on the same plan.
Okay, yes. Okay, now it's so clicking.
What he did, he made an offer. But it's actually not an offer. So some Liberians were celebrating. I said, oh, TPS, about 300,000 people. So the total offer was about 1 million immigrants. 700,000 on DACA, about 300,000 on the TPS. In those countries, there are 10 countries on the TPS, including Syria, only 3 African countries on the TPS who did not fall in that category.
No.
So they did not offer you anything while you celebrated. Oh, this is a good deal. This is not a deal to celebrate about. But I can understand why they're doing that. Because they want something to celebrate about.
Yeah.
They
want to be hopeful.
They want to be hopeful. So there's a good side of it. They want to celebrate something. And they have not had a chance to do that for a long time. So our job, all of us, is to make them celebrate something. Is to make them be happy about something, be more hopeful.
What's the difference between last year and this year? Because the momentum was high and we're seeing signatures, we're sharing posts and everything. But this year is a little bit, mellow and it seems like everybody's just in their own Zoom. What is the difference? What's going on?
Well, if you ask me, I would say there is not much different. Maybe the difference will be the timing. This year we started much early. Last year we started late. And the momentum we were looking at we started everything in March.
Yes.
Yes, last you have 2 years or 2 weeks or less than 2 weeks to plan a rally. So everything was an emergency basis. So there was much push, that aggressiveness was there. But now we started early and we have time to, plan a rally, to move around and, go into much more robust strategies. And one thing people need to know, I know people keep saying that they're not seeing anything. There are different levels on the advocacy. So if you have 4 persons leaving from here to go make some congressional visits to push where the job needs to get done, that doesn't require the whole community. Yes, it's important that you provide information to the community.
Exactly.
It's important that you do that. But at the same time, you have to guide the process before you give information out there prematurely. But unlike, if you have activities like we have in a rally, you will see the aggressiveness coming out, you see the awareness that we have that Facebook posting that says we provide permanent resident status for Liberians. You see that movement because it's needed. Okay? But if we are going to meet, maybe like we were going to meet the speaker, we came from meeting the speaker before the people got to know. Until we met the speaker, people didn't know that,
it was going to happen.
So there's a diplomatic side, and you got a PR side, and there's a whole lot of different Cool.
So I just wanted to also add to what you said. I think to the outside, there could be some visible differences because our strategy will also depend on the outcome of the elections.
Yes.
There was an election in November. If the Republicans had taken over, we would have took a lot of part of our strategy. So waiting for that election was critical to see what were we doing. Because at that point, people were listening to nothing but the re-election.
Exactly.
For 3 or 4 months, you could say nothing, not communicate anything more effective than. But the re-elections. And also the outcome of the election shifted a lot of things around.
Yes.
How which bill, because Democrats are not controlling the House, basically the Congress. So that tells us that okay, our strategy now needs some alignment.
Yes.
Needs some tweaking and need to be focused on this, need to be focused on that. And there was also a prediction that we had about 45 signatures to Congress last year, collectively.
Yes.
Because of the Democrats, more Democrats. So we're expecting
more
signatures.
Yes.
So there are a lot of different things that happen. And what happened differently affected how we campaign differently. You know, if I'm driving, there are a lot of roadblocks on the broken boulevard. I'll be going somewhere else.
Yes.
And there's another. So there are a lot of things that were changing that require us to adjust to the new changes that were taking place. So we realized that we need to now. Democrats made a commitment. They need to own the campaign now. They need to own the outcome of what we want now. They need to change.
They need to push.
They need to push as far as they can. They got a greater responsibility. And we feel if we can achieve that in a Republican-controlled Congress, extend that. If we can achieve that in a Democrat-controlled Congress, then something is wrong.
Like he said, you know, right now we have a unique opportunity with Democrat in control of the House. Now, because the reason why it's unique, we have more people who are Democrat that are supporting us.
Okay.
Back then, we had only one Republican. But what he did as Republican, okay, because of him as Republican, we got that reprieve that we have. Okay? Now, if you have multiple Democrats supporting you, and the Democrat are in majority of the House, you know, and have the gavel, this should be a push. And that's why it's important that any one of you, if you have any personal relationship with a congressional leader, tap into it.
Just go and call them.
Do what needs to be done.
Exactly.
There's a link out there. If you don't know your congressman leader, your congressional leader, there's a link out there. I think I'll just post it on your page.
Okay, guys. I'll find it.
You just click on that link. It'll show you, enter your zip code, your congressman number will pop up.
Just go to Google.
You know,
just go Google.
Put a link on there again, and then I will pin it so they can see it.
Just go to Google and say Minnesota Congressional Delegation. Wisconsin Congressional Delegation. The list will come up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Simple as that.
So let's talk a little bit about the rally. Because I heard it's gonna be like no school day for everybody. Make sure you bring Minnesota to home. It's like really cool. Make sure you bring the kids out. No kids go. Now, is there gonna be a proof absent there for the students? Because you know parents could get in trouble depending on the amount of time students, you know, is out of school. So are they gonna get proof of that? And then just talk more about the process and where you guys gonna meet and who's planning it and what's the goal for this rally. You can start.
Okay. So the first thing is my son makes school. I know that just one time a year, you know, so I don't get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
But what we want is the rally to have an impact. If you cannot prove that your absence will be felt in Minnesota, then there's no need for people to give you extension.
Okay.
So if people go to school, the teacher go to school, and all the kids there, okay, because Liberian kids follow the whole school,
especially
and everybody absent.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what it will do, it will force the school to intervene.
Yes.
Because people have businesses around here that have interest in our being here. And the only way we can make our case is for our people to be fully involved.
Yes.
And prioritizing being at this rally on, February 22nd at the state capitol.
Okay.
Okay, the route will be communicated.
All right.
Where we're going to have buses that will pick people up to communicate the route to you. where you'll be, parked there and get in the bus, go there. We're
So-
going to be asking for more volunteers.
All
If you want to be involved, just let somebody contact you and you can let us know. We'll get them
Okay.
involved. Even you now, I know you want board, so.
I would have to get like 20 jackets.
Well,
too cold.
it's not going to be like the first one. It's not going to be outside.
Oh, okay,
So
it's
this
gonna be
time it's
good.
going to be inside. We had a retainer, so it's going to
Uh-huh.
be inside. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, let me just introduce you guys again. This is a girl, Lady-TLIB on the hotspot. I have the president of Immigrant Services, Mr. Abdullah Kiatamba, and I have the chairman of the
Immigration Coalition.
Immigration Coalition. Well, who's the and I have the chairman of OLM, Erasmus Williams. I always say Erasmus.
Yeah,
That's
so
it, right?
I'm the.
And I have both of them in the house, and we're on discussion of we're focusing on the DED and the TPS expiration, and the deadline is actually March 31st. So we're trying to make sure all the immigrants that are in the state of Minnesota, pretty much nationwide, please go ahead and contact your councilman. If you don't know who your councilman is, you can go on Google and put it in. And I'm also going to have the link down. I'm going to pin the link on this video, and you guys can also click on there and contact your congressman and let them push them to actually vote this into place. Now, the goal is to have everybody that are on DED or TPS. Hopefully, we can make them get their green cards, which is you hear people saying permanent residence and status. So I know everybody somehow, somewhere, are friends or family to someone that are not do not have papers. So please, guys, share this video. It's very informative. Make sure you guys contact if you want to be part. There's going to be when is the rally, Mr. Williams?
The rally is February 22nd at the
February.
Minnesota State Capitol.
All right, February 22nd at the Minnesota State Capitol. So that day is pretty much no school or work day for Liberians. So we want you and your kids, if you have 20 kids, bring them, okay? There's going to be transportation provided. Hopefully, we're going to have tabagi and fufu and soup because it's going to be cold. We're going to eat fufu and soup, but we're all going to be there. So come on. I'm going to be there. I'll have 20 jackets on. I'll be there. So you guys come on. Let's make sure we push this. We cannot wait for last minute time like last year. It was really, really close. We cannot do that this year. So I'm so excited that we're actually talking about this. Now we had the government shutdown. And question is it open? Because I saw that it was open and then somewhere it wasn't open.
So the shutdown is helpful. I think that's a really great question.
Yeah, and how is
the
it
shutdown was
affect us?
connected to the immigration issue.
Yes.
So the president felt that he needed funding for his wall,
Mm-hmm.
famous wall, and then to make it look attractive and appealing, he added something on immigration that he felt the Democrat wanted all along.
Mm-hmm.
And so they would not resist this. So this is almost appealing to anybody who even don't like the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And so they saw what they felt was a Democrat long dreams of giving breathing room to most of those on DACA, TPS, and the rest of the temporary legal relief systems.
Mm-hmm.
So the Democrat felt that an offer they rejected that. We knew they were going to reject that because it just did not make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So many people had hope that if the Democrat had accepted that,
Mm-hmm.
it would have provided cover for those who were on TPS.
Yes.
But our argument was that two things were not right. DED was not on the kit. Only one country in the whole United States is on DED.
Liberia.
And so DED was not even being discussed because
wow.
the felt was a presidential decision alone.
Mm-hmm.
Did not factor that in. Two, TPS. We are not on TPS. We talk about African countries.
Mm-hmm.
There are only 3 African countries on the current TPS.
Oh, wow.
Those 3 countries are South Sudan, Sudan, and Somalia.
Mm-hmm.
So our hope was that even if the Democrat has said, okay, let's think about this, it would have led to say, Democrat, add this to your negotiation.
Yeah.
But we knew that this was not a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2 was not going to cover us. 3, Democrats are not going to accept it.
Exactly.
So those who are celebrating, you know, sit back and say, let's see what this stuff included.
Yes.
What does it actually involve? And so the shutdown is reopened because the Democrat did not accept that. He reopened the government.
Mm-hmm.
And our hope is that they will come back to negotiation, my understanding, by February 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that time, there's enough time here for Democrats to see, look, we committed that during the elections that would advance the causes of immigrants, especially communities that don't have champions.
Mm-hmm.
We would be your champion. Well, this is your chance
Exactly.
to be the champion you say you will be.
Okay.
This is an opportunity to be for us, or whoever for you doing it. This is an opportunity to live up to your commitment, and you make sure no one group of immigrant community will be left behind.
Yeah.
And you not choose one above the other.
Exactly.
You know, everybody's life is different. So don't tell me somebody on DACA is more important than somebody on DD or expired detail. So our case is for all of us in your cause. Let us be part of
All
your
for
cause.
one for all.
All for all. Don't leave nobody behind
Mm-hmm.
in immigration camp, immigration negotiation. Do not leave us behind.
Okay.
Okay,
So, okay, I have to be devil's advocate a little bit. Now, what if we already know the current president is like seriously hard-headed? What if this deal doesn't go through? Do you guys have any plan in place for the Liberians that, you know, their papers are expired? Do you guys have any plan for them? Oh no, I'm asking you first.
Okay. Do we have any
Yes.
plan
What I know you
If
really
the
you
deal-
like
if
it's
the
gonna
deal-
happen and everything,
if the
right?
deal doesn't go through?
If it doesn't go through,
So-
what is the next step? What's gonna happen?
So 2 things. The government shutdown
Mm-hmm.
have presented an opportunity
Okay.
that will end the whole struggle for decades in in couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't happen in a few weeks until the government open permanently,
Mm-hmm.
go back to the original plan.
No, but what if like when the government open and you know everything is submitted and still refuse it and our people are still paperless? What's gonna happen?
So let me just say this. I think there's that plan B.
Mm-hmm.
It's a question of plan B. What
Yes.
if the worst happens?
Yes.
What if the plan does not work?
Mm-hmm.
But we think that we get to plan B 2 more weeks.
You too.
2 more weeks before the deadline.
Uh-huh.
At this point, we only got one plan. Plan A.
Okay.
There are folks working on plan B,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they are not at the point where they're about to say what that means.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a lot of thinking around plan B.
Okay.
But most of what is being decided or being prepared for plan B will also depend on the signal we get from our allies in Congress.
Okay.
So if we make a decision on plan B now,
Mm-hmm.
we'll be jumping the gun.
Okay.
So for now, I want to withhold most of our discussion on plan B because guess what? Our people who are listening are most likely to say, for the fact that they're talking about plan B, they don't believe plan A will work.
That's true.
We don't want to send
That's
that
true
message.
too.
Our message is that we will win this stuff.
All right.
But
I like
to
that.
win, we need people to step up. If they don't step up, they are choosing not to win.
That's true.
If they step up, then they choose to win.
Yes.
Okay.
That's true.
And again, our statement is not vague.
Mm-hmm.
It comes from the fact that the feedback you get when you talk to the congressional leader, their willingness to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if people are telling you we're not going to do it, we'll not make that statement. But for the fact that they who are going to make the decision are committed to that, we remain hopeful that other people will join their efforts to get it done. But again, like you said, everybody out there, you are equally responsible
Yeah.
to play a role.
Yes.
A congressman in Maryland will not listen to me from Minnesota.
No.
He will listen to you from Maryland.
Okay.
That's what is very important.
Mm-hmm.
We are doing our part in Minnesota. He is the national vice chair on the immigration committee on ULA.
Yeah.
So he coordinates things at the national level, trying to get other states involved.
That would be
So
awesome.
if you are in any other state you want to get involved, just contact the Lady-TLIB show, and
Lady-T.
she will definitely link you out
Mhm.
to how to get involved or some of the tools you need. Maybe you need help on how how to get to your Congress leader.
Exactly.
We are willing to do that, or we cannot do this alone. So if you do a head count on all of the congressional leaders that support us in Minnesota, imagine if you have the same thing everywhere. If in California you have like 53 representatives, you only have one person supporting us. One.
But they do have a big Liberian community there, like the Bay Area in Sacramento. So that's interesting.
So our goal is to say there's a model that works in Minnesota, and that is a model that can easily be replicated. It has 5 elements. One is engage your community, require town hall meeting, all the different stakeholders. 2, call a town hall meeting, build momentum, engage the recipients, engage the media, engage the congressional folks.
Nice.
You cannot get it wrong.
Okay.
And if you take those steps, you cannot get it wrong. And that's what we've done in Minnesota. We've done it repeatedly, we've done it effectively, and we're confident that anybody does that will produce outcomes like in California, for example. More congressional folks, a huge number, and most of them are liberal, who will jump at the opportunity to support a community that has historically gone through this kind of traumatic experience of unpredictable stability in the legal status, and I think that is very important for all of us to step up and amplify our voices and inspire other folks in different communities across the U.S. to step up. Engage the congressional people. If we don't have this right, we will be creating so much chaos for so many people.
It will be. And I don't want us to wait for last minute. That's the other issue too. We like to wait for last minute to come up, and sometimes it's better to start now and get it right instead of rushing and get something wrong. So, but I'm gonna go and read some comments and see. I see Mohammed, shout out to Mohammed Dukli. He says, what is the most important thing do you at this point in time in order to realize the goals and objectives of the team?
Okay, say that again. Say the question again.
Yeah, something's missing, Mohammed. What is the most important thing to do at this point in time in order to realize the goals and objectives of the team?
Okay, I think it's a good question. Actually, a really good question. Yeah. I think there's so many important things. At this point, we don't have the luxury of time to plan like the deadline is 6 months from now. What would have done 6 months from now, the deadline was 6 months would be different than the deadline is 2 months, 1 week, or 2 weeks. It would be different. Our campaign, our strategy will be improved or changed based on the urgency around the deadline and based on some of the predictability of some of the commitment we have. And we have a predictable commitment from this person, having secured so much commitment that we think the president will react to it. The responding time will do that. And under these circumstances where Democrats have control of the House and the ongoing negotiation around a whole host of issues, it is in our best interest to highlight this because the president wants, he loves a good deal.
Yes.
If we're part of a deal, Democrats can have this is also an opportunity to hold them accountable for their commitment they made to us.
Exactly.
If we don't hold them accountable now, they say you didn't ask us.
Yeah.
You didn't tell us. You didn't put it on our agenda. So our goal is to put it on the agenda. So if they fail to do that, then we know exactly. But we think that this is the most challenging stage of this campaign since the establishment of the DED, because the president's position is unpredictable. We don't know what is being negotiated in next February 15th. It will have been almost February 15th to the end of March 31st. It will be just 6 weeks.
Oh, wow.
And so that is it's too close for comfort. It's too close for stability.
Yeah.
And so everything, this high anxiety around the deadline, but we are committed to one thing. We're committed to giving this process our best shot. We are committed to engaging our community, engaging the media, telling people who are affected by DED to tell their stories to the public. It is their stories that drove the actions in the last campaign.
Exactly.
It is their story that became a game changer. It is their story. A lot of people gave up that Donald Trump would not do this. It was their story in support of God, the presence of God, that changed the trajectory and became a game changer. It is that story of those who are impacted, ordinary people who are nurses, who are doing everything in this country, who are paying taxes,
yes,
who are taking care of our seniors in homes, who are nurses, who bring different with their kids. Some of the kids are soldiers and doing some amazing things. They are now part of the fabric of the American society. We cannot uproot them. We cannot separate their families.
No.
We cannot expose them to the worst case scenario. These are the people we're fighting for. These are the people. They are the stories that connect all of us to this world. And everybody on DD everybody in this town is connected to somebody in DD across the
Exactly.
And so 10% is actually 10,000 people. That is our call. So our communities will ask you to step up. You have to play your part. This is our last chance to prove that you care enough for your brothers and sisters and willing to do something to show that you care enough.
Exactly. Okay, let me see.
Go ahead. It doesn't matter what state you're in. Like we said, you have to get involved. You're not doing it because of me. You're not doing it because of him. You're doing it because somebody did it for somebody who did it for somebody who did it for the person that brought you here. Okay? So, and you don't know that person.
Exactly.
So don't assume. And part of the people that own DED, they will want to do full disclosure and lift the need. Some of them even fighting for some of us to come to this country. So they're not ordinary people we're talking about here.
No.
So if you ever had doubt, please just do it for somebody.
Exactly. See, Amos, shout out to you. He said, I'm on DED. What are you guys doing for me?
Well, Amos, let me say, we are here fighting for you, but we want you to join us and let's fight together. We want you to call your family, your brothers, your sisters, your friends, everybody out there. Let's stand together.
Yes.
We can do it. We can try doing it without you, but when we do it with you, we are more successful.
Exactly. What about, I'm going back to the rally. What about people that, especially the TPS aspire and they're afraid, if they come to the rally, something might happen. What would you say to